Good morning, my friends. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. Here is another quick get ready with me. I need to go and get to work. I have about 1,000 things to do. I am starting off with my nude, True Match Nude by L'Oreal, and I'm in the color 324 right now. Looks like that. Stunning, beautiful, very thin skin tinted moisturizer, but I would say it does have somewhat of a coverage, so it is a little bit more than just a skin tint. I would call it a very thin foundation, light coverage foundation, but it works really well. It stays put. I do get oily after about 10 hours, but I mean that's normal, I would say. I do have slightly oily skin, and right now it's very, very dry in Sweden, so I don't really mind getting a little bit oily because it feels like my skin is about to dry up. So this one is rather hydrating, I would say. It's not a very dry formula. There we go. Base is on. I am suffering from allergies and feel like my eye bags are just exploding. So I apologize for my white eye bags. Again, can't really do anything about them though, so they are there. I am going to use my favorite, my Tom Ford highlighter. Love this one. I did use my new one yesterday, and I think I'm actually going to try and mix the two of them a little bit, so I get a little bit of a golden sheen. This one is a little bit too light on me now because it stands out, so I am going to try and mix the two. I'm using a Real Techniques brush, so I'm just dipping into the both. Sorry guys, need my mirror so I see what I'm doing. I love these. They are so nice. There we go. So now I have a little bit of a golden highlight. I like that. I am gonna set my face using the Cloud Set powder by Kosas, just on the T-zone. I do get a little bit oily, so might as well. And I have used this a lot. As you can see, it has a, I wouldn't say a dent because it's still raised up, but it's a very nice powder. I really like it. If I compare this to my Guerlain one, the Guerlain has a lot more luminosity. This is a really like matte powder. I like it. This is in the color Feathery, so it's shade 2, I think. I have Airy, which is, I think, the lightest color that they do. I am also going to put on some of my Farah Homidi bronzer. I'm in the color Bois, which is the lightest color. It's not super light, so I think it's actually very wearable for quite a few skin tones. The good thing is that I can actually wear it even in the winter time. I have used it, so I am really impressed, and I really, really like this color. It doesn't pull gray, it doesn't pull orange, so this is a new staple for me. I think it's probably my most used item purchased in 2026. I bought it in January, so I think it's absolutely on my top list for best purchases. I'm sorry guys, my hair is making a mess today. Sorry, I just need to move the foundation a bit. The one thing that this foundation does, when it dries down, it does dry down sometimes like on top of my pores. So I need to like press it in on my nose, because otherwise it looks like I have tiny, I wouldn't say tiny holes, because that sounds disgusting, at least in my case, because I absolutely hate holes. But when I look in a very large magnifying mirror, it gets a little bit like it stays on top. So I just need to press it in with my finger, and then it's fine. Do you have any phobias? I really dislike holes. I wouldn't call it a phobia, but I absolutely just doesn't, ugh. I don't like it. That's the Farah Homidi. Love this one, worth the investment, I find. It's a gorgeous packaging, really heavy. You can buy it separately without the packaging, and that would save you a lot of money. So if you don't really mind packaging, I would go for the single, just like the little pan, I would say. I am today not sure what I'm doing, as always. I'm wearing jeans and a shirt today, so I think I actually might go a little bit blue. I have my Tom Ford one. I did record a video of me applying it, because one of you guys, my followers, asked me to. I watched that video. I don't know what happened. I think somebody called me in the middle, and if somebody calls me on my phone when I'm recording, it stops recording, and I still don't know really how to edit my videos, so I had to throw that video out. So here we have the other Tom Ford thingy. This is the black, well, I wouldn't call it black because it's a dark maroon, I think, but it looks black. Black packaging with the Tom Ford. And this is what this little guy looks like. This is the smoky, it's called something with smoky. Iconic Smoke, number 46. So this is in the new packaging. I have two eyeshadow palettes in the new packaging, and this is one of them. I really, really like this one. It's absolutely stunning. So what am I going to do? I think I am going to take the lighter blue in my crease. I'm going to use this one on the outer corners, that one in my inner corners, and that one on the lid. Sorry, sneezing, allergy times. Okay, so I am taking a flare brush. I have wiped it off, did a quick cleanse on that one. But I do really, really like this blue. It is a very, very soft blue, and it's very easy to work with. And it does have a slight purple going on, which makes it so much easier to wear for me. I really, really like that. Of course, these kind of colors can look a bit bruisey, but I don't think this one does. I absolutely love this one, because it's really, really soft. It does look really harsh when I look in the viewfinder, so I'm hoping it's not, because in real life it's actually a very, very soft color. So we'll see. I'm sorry about the lightings again. There is a lot of sunshine, which I'm of course extremely happy about. And I have my little lights. It's the same as that I always use. I'm not sure if I'm gonna try and move my desk in any way and see if I can perhaps put it closer to the window. Sorry, I'm just gonna put a little bit of foundation there. I'm going to see if I can try and solve the problem. There we go. It does look a lot darker when I look in the viewfinder. So I'm hoping this doesn't scare you. It doesn't look that bad when I'm looking in my mirror. I am going to use the little sponge tip applicator just to add some more depth using the same color. I really like these sponge tip applicators. The only thing I don't like on these is the little brush thingy. I'm sure it's fine. I haven't used it. It's just that I prefer the sponge tips. I think they are easier to work with and they really grab the products. There we go. I'm using the same sponge tip to add it below my eye or underneath. Sorry if I'm looking down. And we have another angry cat outside. There we go. I am then going to go in with the other sponge tip applicator. They have a teeny tiny one, which I really appreciate. I'm going to use the darkest blue on that one. I really, really like this one. My cat is very unhappy right now. There we go. A little bit of fallout. I am then using the other side of the brush to take the taupey shade and add that across my lid. This color is amazing. I really, really like this one. I'm sorry if you can hear my cat. There we go. This is looking really dark in the viewfinder. Hope I'm not scaring you off. There we go. I'm taking the other side of the sponge tip applicator and using it on the lighter side, the lightest shade. I'm using some of the taupe on the bottom lashes as well, just to get some cohesiveness going on. There we go. I'm just wiping off the brush and mixing it all. I'm then taking the fluffy side, wiping it off and using the lightest shade again. Mixing the two colors together. So there we go. I am taking a little bit more of the lighter blue just to mix it in. There we go. This turned out quite smoky, at least when I'm looking in the viewfinder. When I look in the mirror, it doesn't look that dark. So you just have to take my word for it. I am then going to use a blue. I'm using my Isadora pencil. I do have some similar ones. I bought one from Gosh when I was in Spain. See if I can find that one here. No, probably not. No, it's placed somewhere else. I also have the Victoria Beckham Beauty light blue one, which looks to be in this similar color. I am going to try and do a look with that one. It's beautiful. I really like that one. But since I'm doing like a bluish look, I want to use a light blue in my waterline. Oh my word, my cat is really, really sad. She doesn't like closed doors. But whenever I'm filming or on a Zoom call or something like that, she jumps in and just walks around shouting at me. So I do have to close the door. Otherwise, she will take over and run this show. All right, I am going to see if I can find my dark blue. There we go. I have my darker blue Chanel. This is in the color. Let's see what it is called. It is the Yeux waterproof blue metal. Bleu metal in number 38. So I am going to use that one on the top line. It is not very much darker, I wouldn't say, but it is slightly darker than my Isadora one. And of course I really enjoy having blue in my waterline because it does give my eyes a little bit more brightness. And the Stylo Yeux from Chanel used to be my favorite until I found Victoria Beckham ones, because they actually stay in my waterline. Not as good as the Victoria Beckham ones does, but they are very, very good. And finally, I will be using my very much loved Chanel mascara. This was unfortunately a limited edition. It is bluish, grayish with a slight hint of purple. It's called Anthrasite, and it was from, I think, the winter collection 2025. I absolutely love this one. I did hear that Chanel is bringing out, I think I was watching Alicia Archer, which I absolutely adore, and she did a thing on the new Chanel Summer Le Beige collection, and they had three new mascaras. They had a black one, of course, and they had a beige, Le Beige, was it called warm brown and golden brown? I think something like that. I was very intrigued. The golden brown, I mean, that just looked yellow to me, or orange, so that's not going to be my cup of tea. But the other one, the darker brown, looked really, really lovely. So I'm going to go and, well, probably next weekend, I'm going to have a look and see what they look like. If they have arrived yet, but I'm sure they have. They usually bring them out around the same time across the world, I'm guessing. So I am a bit excited to see what they look like. I couldn't say that I'm excited about the rest of the stuff in that launch. They had like a cream blusher that looked really beautiful on her, but I am struggling with cream blushes. I'm getting better, but I'm still not good with them. I find that they get a bit patchy and they just take more work. So I'm not gonna, especially not gonna buy it from Chanel because that's really expensive. I am trying to use the ones I have. And the problem, of course, with liquid blushes is that the expiry date is usually around 6 months. And I am never ever going to finish a blush like that in 6 months. So it is a bit of a waste, which I don't really like. Am I going to put it on my lower lash line? Yes. Am I making a weird mascara face? Yes. Like I always do. There we go. I am hoping that this looks all right because in the viewfinder it really doesn't look that great. Oh, got a mascara blob under my eye. Sorry. I can hear my kids talking outside. The cat woke up my son, so now he's walking around talking to her. I also did buy the new Merit blush when I was in Spain, so I am going to use that one. I did forget to put on some blush. This one is of course in a cream as well, but I really, really like these. I have the color, I think it's Bespoke. Can't see, can't read it. No, Archival. Sorry. I'm in the color Archival, and I really like that one. I was in Spain for quite some time, so I'm kind of forgetting what I purchased. I was there for a good 3 weeks, and I bought this one when I was in Marbella in the beginning. So it feels like I've had it for quite some time, but I haven't. It's only been about a month. There we go. That is the Merit blush as well. All right, final steps. Using my beloved eyebrow pen. The Twin Thin by Depend. You've seen me do this 200 times. I actually forgot that I was planning on filming me just doing the eye look and doing the base off camera today. See if I remember tomorrow. I told you about it yesterday, so sorry. I forgot. You just have to hang out with me. If you're still there, if you haven't gotten bored with me yet. There we go. I am pulling some lines across just to get like a shape. There we go. Are they on the same level? I don't know. I will watch my bathroom mirror when I brush my teeth, because that is the last thing I do before I leave. I'm sure they will be okay. I hope. Otherwise, I will rearrange. There we go. On my lips, I will be using another Merit product that I picked up when Sephora launched it in Europe. This is the Merit lip liner, and I am in the color, let's see. This is in the color Bespoke. And it is called Signature Lip Sheer Lip Liner, which I really, really appreciate. These are really, really sheer. So first of all, I really love this color, but they turn out quite sheer, so it's really, really foolproof. Sorry, I can't speak and do this. There we go. Absolutely love this one. I did pick up another color as well. I picked up a little bit more pink one, but I think I like Bespoke the most. This one is in coupe, like a train coupe. But I do like the Bespoke one a little bit more. So I bought those two. What am I going to use? I think I might just throw on a bit of my Chanel. Here we go, my Chanel Bois. This is the old one, so it doesn't look like this. It has a clear top now. It still smells okay. So I will use it until it starts smelling funky, then I will throw it out. But this one is way over the expiry date. Oh, so made a mess. Had a cat hair. Sorry, cat hairs. Love them. So this is the final look for you guys. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and if you'd like, please press a like, and if you're not a subscriber and want to join me on my morning shenanigans, press the subscribe button. I will see you soon. Have a lovely day. Bye.